Hello students, this is your English class and the topic is direct and indirect speech. It is also called reported speech or narration. It is very important topic as it will help you to improve your speaking and also to improve your writing section. So watch this video very carefully and try to understand each and everything that I'll tell you in this video. So what is direct and indirect speech? For example, two people are talking. The one person who says something to another person is called the first person. The first person is the speaker and the person who listens is the listener, the second person. When speaker says something to listener and listener tells these words said by the speaker to the third person, he will say it in two ways. And those two ways in which he will report the speaker's words are called direct and indirect speech. There are two ways to report what someone says or thinks. When actual words of the speaker are reproduced, it is called direct speech. This is direct speech example. Sneha said, I want a new watch. So what Sneha said is captain, inverted commas, and here we have put a comma after the reporting verb. And we have not made any changes. What she said, she used I pronoun and the tense what she used, we have not made any change. It is written in the same way without any change and captain inverted commas. This is direct speech. But when the main idea of a speaker's words is reported by another person and the exact words are not quoted, it is called an indirect speech or reported speech. Means the same idea that speaker said, it is conveyed in the sentence, but we have made few changes. See, in this example, Sneha said that she wanted a new watch. Here, inverted commas were used in direct speech, but we have removed the comma and the inverted commas here. And in place of this comma and the inverted commas, we have used this conjunction that after said. We also have made change in the pronoun and the tense. So this form of reporting is called indirect or reported speech. So while you make changes while you change direct speech to indirect speech, you need to make few changes. The changes in the pronouns, in the tense, or the words expressing time or place. So we will learn it step by step. First of all, you need to understand how reported speech is formed. What is direct speech? The parts. Aman said, I am very happy. Here, Aman said this part of direct speech, this is called the reporting clause. And the word said by the speaker, this part is called the reported speech. Okay. So, Aman is the subject here in reporting clause and said is the reporting verb. And this is the reported speech, this sentence. I am very happy is reported speech. So the verbs say, said. Reporting verb can be in any form. It can be in future tense, it can be in present tense or in past tense. Okay, the verb say, said, tell, told, ask, etc. in the reporting clause, this is the reporting clause, in the reporting clause is called the reporting verb and it may follow an object also. In this example, he said to me. He is the subject in a reporting clause. Said, reporting verb, me is the object. Here we don't know to whom Aman said these words. But here we know to whom he said the words, to me. So me is the object here. And this is the reported speech, I don't know her. So you must know what is the subject in the reporting verb, what is the reporting verb in the reporting clause and what is the object in reporting clause, because all the changes depend on these three things. Okay, now we will learn the changes step by step. How to change a report in the indirect speech into indirect speech. Check these examples. Direct speech. I said I want a new watch. Sneha said, I want a new watch. Said, it is in past form. Indirect speech, Sneha said that she wanted a new watch. This is in past form, so it will remain same. Said will remain same because we don't have any object. We change it only if object is given. No object is given. We don't know to whom Sneha said, so said will remain same, said. Remove these inverted commas and the comma and use conjunction that. That is not used in all the indirect speech, but it is used in some kinds of sentences. That this is the assertive kind of sentence, so we will use that. That she wanted a new watch. Second example, Sneha said to me, I want a new watch. Sneha told me that she wanted a new watch. So it is said to. Said to changes into told. Me will remain same. So said to. Here object is given. So said to will change into told. No object is given. Said remains said. Said to changes into told. Sneha told me. Remove these commas and use conjunction that. Sneha told me that she wanted a new watch. Third example, Sneha says. Now this reporting verb is in present form. It was in past form. Say, said, said. Say is present form. Said is past form. Say, now it is in present form. Sneha says, I want a new watch. Sneha says that. Says will remain same as there is no object mentioned here. Sneha says, remove these commas and use that. She wanted a new watch. Fourth example, Sneha says to me, I want a new watch. Here, object is given, so says to will change into tells. Sneha tells me. Remove these commas, that. Sneha tells me that she wants a new watch. So, said will remain same. Said to will change into told. Says to will change into tells. Clear? The next change that you have to make while changing direct into indirect speech is the change in tenses. We don't need to change tense when the reporting verb is in the present or future tense. The verb in the reported speech remains unchanged when reporting verb is in present or future tense. Now you all know what is reporting verb. In reporting clause, there is one subject. This is the subject. The vegetable seller says to the customer. This is the reporting clause. The vegetable seller is the subject. Says is the reporting verb. The customer is the object. So says to. This is present form. Okay. If it is reporting verb is say or says, it is in present form, then we never change the tense in the statement. See, the vegetable seller tells. Says to will change into tells. Tells the customer, remove the commas and use that. Now, the vegetables are fresh. The vegetables are fresh. We have not changed the tense. This is also present tense and here also present tense. Second example, Dinesh will say, the credit for my success goes to my family. Dinesh will say, this is future tense. Reporting verb is in future tense, so will say will remain same. We use that, remove the commas and use that. The credit for his success goes to his family. So no change is made here in the statement. Goes, goes. No change in tense. If reporting verb is in present tense or future tense. Next, if the reported speech expresses a universal truth, a scientific, a mathematical, or a geographical fact, or a habitual fact, its tense remains unchanged. If it's a universal truth or a mathematical or a scientific code, so habitual facts, geographical fact, we never change the tense in the statement. For example, the teacher said to the students, the earth revolves around the sun. The teacher told the students that the earth revolves around the sun. Said to changes into told. The students, we have used that by removing this. We add conjunction that. The earth revolves around the sun. The earth revolves around the sun. So no changes made because it is universal truth. We can't change it. We all know that sun revolves around the sun and it cannot be changed. Okay, so be careful. You are not supposed to change in these two cases. You are not supposed to change the tense while changing direct to indirect speech. Next change is when you have to change the tense. When you will change the tense in indirect speech. When the reporting verb is in the past tense. When the reporting verb is in the past tense. Means if reporting verb is said or asked. Okay. The verb in the reported speech changes in corresponding past tense. So this is the list that you have to memorize, you have to learn. If reporting verb is in past tense, said, then first form of plus S or ES in indirect speech will change into second form in indirect speech. This is the tense in direct speech and this is the tense in indirect speech. You have to learn it. Is, am, changes to was, were. Has, have changes to had. Was, were means past continuous changes to had been. Do changes to did. Did changes to had done or had plus third form of verb. Second form of verb, simple past, changes to had plus third form of verb, that is past perfect. Had been, had or had plus third form of verb. You will never change it. It will remain the same in the statement. Will, shall will change into would, should. May or can will change into might or could. Must will change into had to. Would, should, might, could, used to, ought to. So no change in all these. Okay, they will remain the same. So again, I'm telling you, you have to learn it. I'll send you the list and you have to write it in your notebooks and learn it. Next is change in pronouns. When you change direct into indirect speech, you need to change the pronouns also in the statement. Not in the reporting clause, but in the reported speech. The first person pronouns are and possessive adjectives. I, we, my, mine, myself, we, us, our, ours, ourselves. All these are first person pronouns or possessive adjectives. So they change according to the subject of the reporting verb. So for that, you need to learn this formula, son, S-O-N, son. S for first person, O for second person, N for third person. S stands for subject, O stands for object, and N stands for no change. Okay, first person will change according to subject, second person will change according to object, and third person pronouns or possessive adjectives will not change. Okay, first person pronouns, these are the first person pronouns and they change according to the subject in the reporting clause. You know reporting clause, as I told you. Example, first, This is direct speech. She said. She said, this is the reporting clause. She is the subject. Said is the reporting verb. I enjoy listening to music. So I will change according to the subject. I is the first person pronoun. It will change according to the subject. And subject is she. So it will become she. She said, remove these commas, that she. I will change into she. Enjoy. First form of verb changes into second form of verb. Enjoy will become enjoyed. Listening to music. This is second example. He said, I like to read books. He is the subject. So I here will change according to the subject. He said that he liked to read books. Like, first form changes into second form. He said, my bag is red. My, this is the possessive adjective here. My will change according to he, that is the subject. He said that his bag, my bag will become his bag according to he, was red. They said, we are ready with our bags. They said that. Remove these commas, use that. They, we will change in according to the subject. They. Are will change into were. They were ready with. Our will change according to the subject. Their bags. Clear? This is the change in first person pronouns. Now second person pronouns means S-O-N, object, according to the object. You changes according to the object. You is the second person pronoun, so it will change according to the object. Example, Nisha said to him, you are a good boy. Nisha is the subject, said is reporting verb, and him is object. So you here is the second person pronoun and it will change according to object. Nisha told him, said to changes into told. Nisha told him will remain same, him. That, it will change into that. Remove these commas, inverted commas in this comma and use that conjunction. That, you changes according to object. He was a good boy. Mohit said to her, your pen is new. Mohit said to her that her pen was new. Sorry, this is written wrong here. Mohit told her. Mohit told her. Said to will change into told. Mohit told her that your will change into her. Because your is second person pronoun and it will change according to object. It will become her pen was new. She said to us, your application is rejected. She told, said to will change into told. She told us. Us is the object. Your will change according to us. That, our. Your will change according to us. So it will become our application was rejected. So this is how you have to change you, which is the second person pronoun. Then third person pronouns S-O-N, subject, object. Third person is N. N stands for no change. Means third person pronouns which are he, she and their possessive adjectives. They don't change. Means no change is made in third person pronouns. He said he enjoys horse riding. She said that he enjoys horse riding. He will not change. This is third person pronoun. So you have to be careful about first person, second person and third person pronouns and the changes to be made in them. Next is changes in expressions of time and place. Again, you have to memorize this list. Beta, some words which indicate time, place and position of something, they change in reported speech. For example, Sohan said, I went there last week. Sohan said that he had gone there the previous week. Now last week, this is changed into the previous week. He said Rita bought this car a week ago. He said that Rita bought, second form, it will change into had bought. Had plus third form of verb. Had bought, this will change into that car a week ago will change into before. And learn this list here. These are the just example. So wherever these words are there in the indirect speech, in indirect speech they will change according to this list. Okay, you need to learn it. Tomorrow changes to the next day, the following day. Yesterday changes to the day before or the previous day. Tonight, that night, instead of today. In indirect speech you will write that day. This changes to that, these changes to those, next day changes to the following day, last week becomes the previous week, here, there, ago, before, now, then. The day before yesterday will change to the day before the previous day. The day after tomorrow changes into the day after the next day. So learn this list. I will send you in your group also. So you have to learn it carefully. Hope you have understood it and practice it well. Okay? Bye. Take care.